Hi, I'm Clint Parsons, and I'm with the Domain Group and DomainRealty.com. I'd like to welcome you to Step 7 of my buyer process, and thank you for joining me. At this stage, you have submitted an offer for a property that is a great fit for you, and we are in the process of negotiating the offer. What's unique about real estate is I'm negotiating something that's one of a kind. No two properties are exactly alike. There's no set price. There's an asking price or a list price, but the final price is subject to negotiation. As such, local knowledge is key. We also have a unique situation in real estate where there is a seller, a buyer, and a third party with limited authority, also known as the realtor. Without the third party, the seller and the buyer have difficulty in reaching an agreement as they are typically focused solely on price. As we will discuss in this video, price is only one aspect of a real estate contract. Like all of the videos in this series, I prepared a slideshow for you that I hope will make the presentation of this material more enjoyable and understandable. So let's get started. Step 7 is entitled Negotiation. Ultimately, my job is to help you negotiate the best contract. However, from a buyer's perspective, the best contract may not be the lowest price contract. This is because price is only one part of a real estate contract, and you may be more concerned about aspects of the contract other than price. There are 5 negotiating points in a real estate contract. These include the price, the terms, which include is it a standard or an as-is contract, the method of payment, in other words, is it all cash, financing by a third party, and at what terms, or seller financing and at what terms, the amount and timing of the deposits, and the termination rights, if any, of the buyer or the seller, the dates, both the closing and the possession date. Are there any inclusions or exclusions? For example, is there real property that is included or excluded, and is there personal property that is included or excluded? And finally, contingencies, which may include financing terms, the building inspection, an appraisal, a homeowner document review, if any, an advisor review, if any, and as the buyer, does it require the sale of your existing property? My job as a realtor is to negotiate the gap between buyer and seller expectations in order to find mutually acceptable common ground. As such, I look at negotiating all points in the real estate contract in order to reach this common ground. My negotiating philosophy is agreement versus winning. I prefer collaborative negotiations if possible, rather than competitive win-lose negotiations. A study of negotiating styles of American lawyers and English labor negotiators found that the collaborative style was successful 75% of the time, and that the competitive style was only successful 12% of the time. Quite simply, I find the collaborative style to be the most successful manner to negotiate. Beyond preferring collaborative negotiations, I utilize my negotiation skills, my pregame knowledge, my known patterns of success, and the quality of my communications. Under negotiation skills, there are 4 negotiation dynamics that will maximize our position in a negotiation. These include knowledge. The party with the most knowledge has the most power. I make it my business to know the market, and I pride myself on understanding the real estate contracts as well as knowing many other realtors in the area. I also have strong relationships with local real estate attorneys who can provide quick advice for unusual situations. Time. The party with the most time, or lack of urgency, has the most power. As a result, we do not want to put ourselves in a position where we are rushed for time or that we give the appearance that we are under a time constraint. Trust. Trust maximizes power, and lack of trust erodes it. We must work together as a team and have open and honest communications. This maximizes our negotiation dynamic and power need. The party with the lowest need has the most power, and the party with the highest need has the least power. Our goal is to maintain your low need, high power position. My pregame knowledge is enhanced by the fact that I know or get to know the players and the personalities involved. In other words, the other agent as much as I can about the seller. I assess the game I'm in. Is the other agent and/or the seller collaborative or competitive? And I develop opinions and solutions. My known patterns of success is that I stay calm and maintain my composure while focusing on the needs of both parties. And finally, with regard to quality of communications, I firmly believe that negotiations should always be done face-to-face or by telephone. Negotiations should never be made by electronic forms of communications, in other words, by emailing and texting. And that wraps up my presentation on step 7 of my buyer process. The next and final step of my process will cover transaction management. Of course, this occurs after we have successfully negotiated an offer with the seller and you are under contract. If you have any questions about my process, or if you'd like to discuss your particular situation, please feel free to contact me at any time. My contact information is listed below on this screen. I am grateful that you have joined me for this viewing, and thank you for the privilege of your time.